This OVW social media exclusive is brought to you by Game Exchange, now with more than 50 stores in the U.S., including 2 in Louisville. Buy, sell, and trade for all your gaming needs. OVW and Game Exchange, an unbeatable tag team.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Amon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your OVW social media exclusive of the week. I am the East End villain alongside Total BS Bruce Snyder as we see Amon making his way to the ring here for the contest.
Amon always with the psychological advantage.
Amon loves to play mind games. Looks like he's playing a little bit of a mind game with some of the fans here. We just want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, this OVW social media exclusive match is brought to you by Game Exchange. Check out Game Exchange for all of your gaming needs. Now let's take it back up, Bruce, to Mercy in the ring to let us know who Amon's opponent is.
And introducing his opponent, Eddie Knight.
All right, so Eddie Knight on a hot streak against the demon, Amon.
Well, that Eddie Knight is Eddie Knight. You know, he's become quite of a fan favorite here in the Davis Arena. This crowd's really taking a liking to him.
Yeah, I think the man obviously wrestling with a lot of heart, a lot of passion, sometimes able to defeat an opponent that's bigger or stronger because of what we said, that certain something inside.
Referee calls for the bell. This contest is underway. Eddie Knight trying to rally the OVW fans here early, trying to get a little bit of that energy behind him.
And interesting, I want to ask you, you were talking about the psychological advantage that Amon has. If you were his opponent, how would you deal with that?
If I were Amon's opponent?
Yeah. In other words,
I'd run the other direction. What the hell's wrong with you? I wouldn't face him.
All right, well, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about how does an opponent deal with a guy who's so unbalanced, who's so psychologically off.
You try to run circles around him, hit and run when you can, and pray for a miracle.
So far, Eddie Knight keeps coming up and keeps going down, and Amon in control.
Well, that's the heart of a warrior that Eddie Knight says that he embodies, and from what we've seen, I believe him on that, Bruce. Eddie Knight, a veteran of our United States Armed Forces. He's been through some tough tests, and Amon
one step ahead. Knight trying to go for the cross body. Amon has him up now.
Just raw strength and power, but look at this. Eddie Knight slides out.
But Amon not going hard into the turnbuckles, turns to face his opponent. Now looks like he's approaching a choke slam. Eddie Knight struggling.
Well, Amon's got him goozled. Referee gets to a 4. Amon breaks the count, goes right back into it. It peels his man by the throat across the ring.
Look at the ferocity of Amon, just dripping nastiness.
Amon now just grinding that throat, trying to cut off the oxygen supply now to Eddie Knight. You know, when you have your neck pushed into that rope, pushed into that cable, it's so crushing. It's so devastating. It just zaps all the energy out of you.
And it zaps the air out of you.
Well, now, and look at this. And now Amon just standing on his man, adding insult to injury and applying even more pressure.
You might not agree with that move. It might anger you, but if the referee's going to let him get away with it, it's actually a good move because if you don't have any air, you're soon going to lose either consciousness or the ability to fight back.
Well, you're right. And Amon here, actually, Amon paying a little bit of attention to the referee's count. I think he likes to enjoy punishment. He doesn't want this to end too soon as he locks in that full Nelson.
And a full Nelson, when you're not expecting it, can be so hard to get out of. But Eddie Knight getting out of it and reversing it, and I think that surprised Amon just a little bit.
That's Eddie Knight using the speed advantage, but then Amon breaks it up with the power advantage that he has.
All right, back in the corner. And now once again going for that throat. Ooh! And you know how they say target one area, and Amon has been targeting the wind, the breathing of Eddie Knight.
The fuel of Eddie Knight, if you will, as we see Amon through that hard strike into the midsection, and now just clotheslining Eddie down.
Coming down hard, Amon.
Amon's doing everything he can. Cover here, cover! Just a 2 count.
And Amon can't believe it. And I think that ticked him off a little bit. Eddie Knight, though, fighting. You were talking about his passion, his drive. Can he get away from this? Because once again, back into the full Nelson.
Back into that full Nelson, onto that neck that's been worked over by Amon this entire match. The oxygen's been cut off. The back of the neck's had pressure put onto it, but Eddie turns it around. rams Amon back into the corner.
Oh, and I was going to say Eddie telegraphed that move, and Amon took advantage of it.
All it took was that one stutter step, that one stumble, and Amon was able to zero in on Eddie and blast him in the face with that boot.
And that's what we were talking about. When you lose your air, sometimes you're a little slow in your thinking, and in that particular case, Eddie Knight got caught. But Knight able to, well, it looks like he
jacks the jaw.
Yep. Oh! But then he comes back hard with a clothesline or clothesline-like shot, and that could be it for the 1, the 2.
Only a 2 count.
I can't imagine how much that hurts, how much that takes to drive out of that after you've been clubbed in the chest like that.
I mean, it knocks the wind out of you. It knocks the breath out of you. Your light. You see the flash of light. It's terrifying, especially coming from someone like Amon.
I was going to say, we're talking about a man who has been there. Josh has been in the ring. He has felt those blows. He's delivered some of those blows.
I have, and I can tell you from personal experience, being in the ring with someone like Amon, I managed to face him in a previous incarnation in E-Town, and I can tell you right now, it was one of the toughest tests of my entire life. As Eddie Knight manages to get some steam behind him, Eddie's rocking and rolling on Amon.
Couple shots. Shot to the face, shot to the midsection, and then a kind of a body block that did not quite get Amon off of his feet, but now he throws him hard into the corner, and he's going to work over him into the turnbuckle.
Short shoulder tackle, and Eddie Knight puts his man back and gets those 10-count punches started.
Winding up for that 10th one, and that had Amon almost down to his knee, but Amon not going down. This man is deceptively strong.
If you want to call him a man.
This beast.
This creature, this whatever he is. Look at this now! Eddie Knight with the head of steam takes down Amon.
And the fans solidly behind Eddie Knight.
Oh, Eddie Knight's calling out for it, says he's going up, and we know what this spells, ladies and gentlemen. If he hits this slag hammer, it could be all over for Amon.
Leaps. Oh!
Nobody home.
And that could be it.
Took a little bit too much time, and now Amon sends him straight to hell.
And that is it. 1, 2. Gallant effort by Eddie Knight, but Amon coming out on top.
Take nothing away from Eddie Knight.
Amon.
But you're right, Amon was too tall of a task for him tonight. Eddie fought with everything he had, but in the end, it only took one STH. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for Bruce Snyder, I am the East End villain, Josh Ashcraft, saying we will see you next time.
This OVW social media exclusive was brought to you by Game Exchange. Now with more than 50 stores in the U.S., including 2 in Louisville. Buy, sell, and trade for all of your gaming needs. OVW and Game Exchange, an unbeatable tag team.